All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, we want to start off by giving all honor, all praise, and all glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations unto the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, that are scattered across the four winds of the earth. Are you out here once again, another day in Babylon, to preach the word, to preach glad tidings to the hopeful elect, wherever you may be out there. All right, we out here to preach the word in hopes of the elect being sealed and brought back. That is the tabernacle of David that was in ruins is being breached up, is being rebuilt. All right, so we're yelling out to our people, repent, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Matter of fact, somebody get Luke 4 and 15.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 4.
Salakia, Matthew 4. Salakia, Matthew 4.
Matthew 4 and 15.
4 and 17.
Matthew 4 and verse 17. From that time, Yahushua began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's the words of Yahushua. All right, and that's pretty much the message. Because this kingdom that we're living in now is not ours. All right, this is a wicked kingdom. All right, we were brought up under captivity to serve another people in a strange land. And now we're at the time where, like it tells us in the book of Baruch, that in the land of our captivity, we will remember ourselves. All right, now we start to understand who we are as a nation and why we suffer as a people. So much damn confusion.
Yeah, so much folly going on here in Babylon, this city, multiple cities amongst our people.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't care about these heathens and what the hell they doing. We care about the people that's on this sign, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the elect of those people. Right. Because we're in the midst of a government shutdown. Yeah. You got to have eyes to see and understand how this devil is moving right now. This devil we're transitioning from this current setup, which the world has got used to, which the world think is normal, to a complete. It's going to be a complete 180 from what you're used to. Yep. No privacy. Okay, you're not gonna. What they say? You're not gonna own anything and be happy.
Yeah. Matter of fact, somebody get 1 Thessalonians 5. Cause see, you know, we're not in gross darkness like our people. A lot of our people are still in gross darkness, and that's why they're not gonna be able to. They're not gonna see it coming when it hits them. You know, they're too distracted. They're too busy being entertained. All right, just out here in folly and emptiness. They don't know what the hell is going on. All right, so you don't want to be taken like a thief. That's what's going to happen to most of our people. Go ahead.
It's all 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. You good? The camera good?
Yeah.
It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Yeah, and a thief, they show up unannounced. Right. They're not gonna let you know when they, you know, break into your crib. It's gonna be in the middle of the night. You sleep, your woman sleep, the kids sleep, everybody's sleeping.
Does a cyber thief tell you, hey, I'm about to steal your identity?
Right.
I'm about to deduct so much money from your account?
Right.
No, they do it when you least expect it.
Yeah.
And by the time you look up and say, oh, look at my account, or, you know, someone uses your ID for this or that or whatever, it's too late.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, man. They ain't gonna know what hit them. Even though we've been blowing the trumpet, we've been giving you the urgent warnings, but it just falls on deaf ears. But that's too bad. Because at the end of the day, once the elect obtain which they're seeking for, which is this truth, that's it. The Lord gonna close up shop. We ain't gonna be out here too long.
Yeah.
The videos that you see constantly streaming every day, day in and day out, every hour, brothers putting up shows, lessons, videos, that shit's gonna get stopped.
You gotta understand, all Esau has to do, Slakia, is hit a reset on YouTube.
Yep.
Where if you want to continue to upload, if you want to continue to stream your podcast, or you know what we do, you're gonna have to verify yourself.
Yep.
Verify yourself
That's what's
by
coming.
your ID.
Yep.
Verify yourself by this. Put your social security. If you're getting monetized, put your social security number in. All these things are happening, and it's only a matter of time for they change, they switch up, and then what? Brothers ain't about to be putting out info on you know, put your ID up and all that stuff. Like, hey, Apostle's gonna say, you know, look for a different avenue. If it's not there, that's it.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go right back. Go ahead.
This is John 9, verse 3. Yahweh Shai answered, neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of Yahweh should be made manifest in him. And this is the fourth verse, the point. It says, I must work the works of him that sent me. While it is day, the night cometh when no man can work.
Okay, because that's that same night, the thief is going to appear. Not saying that the Lord is a thief, but it says that he's coming like a thief in the night. So in that time, you ain't no work to be doing. The work should have already been done. That means that the prophets went out and did what they were supposed to do. You see? So right now, while you have the time and while we're still out here, the Lord being long suffering towards you, you might want to actually consider. You might want to take this serious, man.
Good.
You know, like the brother was just mentioning, there's a whole societal transition right now. You people getting ready to be locked into a captivity that you didn't even expect, man. All right? While you out here, you know, thinking everything is all, you know, okie-dory, entertainment. You know, you busy being a dope fiend, caffeine, sex fiend. You just out here just going through it in the flesh, and you're just completely distracted.
Right. Searching for relief.
Yep.
Searching for a way out.
Yep.
If I do this, if I do that, you know.
Yep.
You should be.
God, that was it. I got another precept though. But
Somebody get Luke 21, and you can go back to that in Thessalonians.
Luke 21 and
Around like 34 verses.
So back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, it says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Yep.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Yeah, and these the elites, the ones that rule the world currently, you know, they want to establish a world order and a global infrastructure, and once that's secured, then they can lay back and claim peace and security to everybody. But that's not how it's going to go. It's going to be war.
going to be great resistance.
It's going to be a lot of it's going to be counteraction to what they're trying to declare right now. But a lot of you zombies and sheeple out here, you're tailor-made for what they got in stores. You know, they got you exactly where they want you. You're right. You right, and at their fingertips. But there's a reason why this message is constantly going out. You don't have a lot of time left. We're getting close. Okay, look around you. It's protests everywhere. Oh, I heard something happen in Boston. You had hundreds of people. They overturned a squad car, police car. You know, something was going on over there. But that's just a testament to the outcry, the uproars of the people in the world, which is according to prophecy.
Imagine the outcry is going to be when they continue this government lockdown.
Yep.
And then that amongst mass layoffs upon other job fields.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. While you're getting replaced by AI.
How do you have a government that's supposed to be functioning at a high level, but you can shut it down and then lay off 4,100 people and expect it to still? No, I'm saying that was at one time.
Yeah, well, they laid off. I think 750,000 government workers are pretty much furloughed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these people voted for this guy. A lot lot of these federal workers voted for him. So, I mean, can't really feel bad for it. You know?
Yep.
This is what they voted for.
Yep.
You know, their board is at work.
Yep. They trusted in the beast with the two horns like a lamb. That's speaking as a dragon. And now they finna, you know, lock away all your privileges that you were used to. All that's getting ready to get locked away, man. And now you finna come up under complete control, their control. Like, don't you see what's happening in China? You got thousands of people that are homeless because they're sleeping on the floor because they have a low social credit score. Remember, we've been talking about this whole social credit system, and it's going to be linked with identification. That's what's going on over there, and that's what they plan on bringing worldwide.
It's going to be linked to these several AI platforms, the Palantirs, the Gideons, and they're going to more likely come out with another one that, in each of these different AI platforms, focus on a specific area of whether it's terrorists or the T, you know, or it's hate speech. They're going to have different AI robots to it. You know, it could be simple as, you know, you not being polite or you being rude or something like that.
I don't know if I sent it to the chat, but I caught it and I wanted to. I might have not hit send, but there was and it may not be exactly true, but the headline on it, they showed a bunch of homeless people in China laying on the ground. Did I send that?
Yeah, that's what I was just mentioning.
Okay, because this was hitting right on what you're saying. Talk about, you know, the system put them out. Because the social credit system.
And that was about doing this, preaching the Lord's word. That's gonna fuck our credit score all the way up. So you know what's gotta happen, right? The famine of the word gotta happen, right?
Because we ain't gonna have the privilege to go online and do what we're doing right now. We ain't gonna be able to have that privilege. we're gonna be the what's the scripture say? The outcast. We're gonna be outcasted because we don't represent this wicked kingdom. You know.
And also, being homeless is also being criminalized. So they're cornering us, cornering the people. You know, pretty much like the walls are closing in. If you don't want to be a part of the system, you end up homeless. And if you're homeless, it's a crime. So
and then if you're homeless, you get arrested, and then you get put in some type of facility, and you may not never come out. You're gonna get what's it called, euthanized. You know, that's what they doing to the homeless up in Canada. You know, giving them an option at first, that option, and then they offer, you know.
Oh, they'll second Edge 16. They will feed you with things offered unto idols. Being idle, yeah, man. Hey, being idle meaning you in a you in a place of confinement where they can, you know, sit your ass down and interrogate you and test you. You know, so hey, man, these things are going to happen. But go back to that in Thessalonians.
Back in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child."
Yeah, because he's going to try to secure his new world order and try to fill his belly. You know, but we already know what's going to happen. The war is going to break off in the world. World War III, the second war is past, the third war will come quickly. It's already being set up, man. All right. So right now, our people should be in a state of repenting, getting ready, preparing themselves,
spiritually, mentally.
Yeah.
You know, you tell Jake to prepare, and these niggas want to exercise and do push-ups and do martial arts and store up and hoard
that's
food.
not what it means to prepare. No. It means spiritually prepare, man. Fight you know, the ultimate way to prepare is to deny yourself, deny your flesh, conquer yourself. Because the temptations is what this beast is going to use against you to entice you. And you don't want to fall to that temptation, because that's ultimately you're gonna lose your crown if you do that. Revelation 3:10. It's gonna be an hour of temptation. That's why the Lord said, "Let no man take thy crown." So there is gonna be a ultimate test. All right, and it's gonna be a line drawn, because if you're not with this man's system, you're not with this new world order, you're gonna be ousted. You're gonna be completely cut off from society. And John saw that. That was in his vision.
Okay.
That's why he mentioned about how this devil is gonna not only have a infrastructure where he's gonna be able to bring life to his image, but people gonna have to basically bow down to it. He's giving life to it because look at the advancement of the technology.
Exactly.
Hey, there was a article that showed that 10,000 people signed up to volunteer to take the Neuralink brain chip. 10,000 people. So these people, they ready for it.
That's the mark of the beast.
Because they seeing through the tests that they've been using with that technology. Oh man, that brain chip, it's enhancing memory, it's doing this, it's doing that. So it's like a miraculous thing.
Yeah.
And those 10,000 will influence millions. You know, say you got some person that, oh, this guy was autistic or this guy was whatever, and they see that pseudo miracle that this devil performs with this left hand technology. What are they gonna do? Like, man, I want to sign up for that. How much is it? I can get financed. You know, that's what that's what they're gonna do, and it's a trap. It's all a trap. And you gotta have eyes to see what the hell is going on, man. Mainly amongst you Jakes, man. Because our people are so fucking gone, they just follow this devil. They're gonna follow this devil right over that cliff.
And you see the robots are rolling out at the same time.
It's 2 Thessalonians 2:3, and it reads, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first."
Hey, you should. I was gonna have you jump, but you should just
Where the top?
all the way down. No. Where you at? We'll just keep reading all the way down to.
Can I read in the NLT as well? This verse 3 in the NLT. "Don't be fooled by what they say, for that day will not come until there is a great rebellion against the Most High, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the one who brings destruction."
A lot of you got some people that are misinformed because they don't understand the scriptures, and you even got certain scholars that'll say, "Oh, that's talking about Nero." That's not talking. Even though when Paul was on the scene, you had Nero. He was Caesar around that time, but that's not what he was addressing. It's talking about there's going to be a time when this man is going to be revealed as the man of sin, and he's going to have all these different things going. All right, and it's going to further get into it, how that the Lord's going to allow him to reign, and while he reigns, you're going to start to see and pick up on how this man, literally, he has to be the man of sin through his works, through his actions. All right, go ahead.
It is in NLT as well. "He will exalt himself and defy everything that people call the Most High God and every object of worship. He will even sit in the temple of the Most High, claiming that he himself is a power."
Yep.
It's like it. "Don't you remember that I told you about all this when I was with you? And you know what is holding him back, for he can be revealed only when his time comes."
When his time comes.
You got it.
It's an appointed time, but hey, at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
Right.
So like when we go into the mark of the beast prophecy, what man would have had the power, the authority, and the control and the technology to implement that? They didn't have it back during the time of Nero.
Right.
That didn't come up during the time of the first beast.
And this man didn't have control over the whole planet.
Exactly.
Back then, he was in control, but it was places that he ain't touched yet, where people were inhabited. Well, hell, like the Americas.
Yep.
I had that.
You can read it. It's a little bit more.
Oh, Slack it, bro.
Slack.
No, you got more.
Yeah. It's This is verse. Slack.
Go all the way down to.
Yeah,
verse
I'm
9,
gonna go back to the KJV. This is verse 6.
Yep.
It says, "And now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time, For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Yep.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Can I say something? When it says until he be taken out the way, you can't skip to that part. Because he's like, we can't just be like, oh, well, I'll just sit around and do what I've been doing until you get taken. No, that ain't how this works. We have to be occupied in prophecy. And what did he say? In all, knowing, how does it go in Peter? Say Peter?
Knowing this.
What did he say? Before that, it says, in that knowing that all the elements shall burn with fervent heat, what manner of persons art thou to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So we got to be rehearsing our conduct in the righteousness of the scriptures while we're patiently waiting for Yahweh Shah to take this man out. Okay, so it's not like you can just sit around, well, I'm not in the camp, I'm not into this or that, I can just sit back and keep getting my money, or I can put the chip and take it out. Nah, you're going to have to choose, and now's the time to choose.
I want to add what you said on Jeremiah, the first chapter. The Lord said he sent Jeremiah to tear down and build up. So basically, Jeremiah had to prophesy. You know, he had to actually put in that work in order for the kingdom of Babylon to be brought down.
Yeah.
You know, so we're doing the same thing we're doing now. Right.
Yeah.
You know, same thing as the prophets did before time. You know, before in ancient times. Yep. We're doing the same thing. Well, it's about being out here, the so-called white man going down. Yep. You know, that's how the Lord set it up. This is the ultimate protest that we're doing.
Yep.
Right. You know.
These protests crying the herd. You got it, bro.
This is verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Where the spirit of his mouth consuming them and tearing it down. Okay, how else would you know that the white man was the goddamn devil if nobody told you and showed you out of the Bible?
Yeah.
We have to show you that this man's the devil. Look at his moves. Look at his track record and his history. He's the devil, and us that follow any of his ways are following in wicked and devilish ways. That's why we have to change how we move. Now I'm not trying to go away from the point that you're getting to, but this man is in full deception mode, and if you're aligned with his thoughts, you're gonna follow him. You got it.
It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Here it is. So these are the things that he would personify, and the fact that, you know, we got to be at the end, because look at the things that he's able to do now. This dude is bringing back dead celebrities. Yeah. And having them show up at world wrestling matches.
Yeah.
This is what he's doing now. You know, you can through AI, you can, you know, conversate with the dead now.
Yeah, with your dead relatives.
You can, you know.
Have a visual on your dreams.
Yeah, man. You could face swap on FaceTime.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, all these filters and not just the filters, just the whole AI, ChatGPT, how you can, you know, you could put your face on a celebrity's face and have them say what you want them to say. All this, it's deception, it's demonic, you know.
How many years ago was that when Jordan Peele did the Obama impersonation? And you know, remember, that was like almost 10 years ago. Yeah. Something like that. How much more has the technology advanced now, you know? So we're right there.
So they always show you that Will Smith eating the spaghetti as the beginning of AI, and now versus now, it's like night and day. Yeah. So they're progressively getting more wicked, getting more deceptive, where you can't tell what's real and what's not.
That lady that I saw choke the bear out, bro, that shit look real. You just know that, you know, she had the bonnet, the full, everything. the smoke detector beat in the background, the whole nine. You know, like everything was. This is how detailed they can do it to make you really believe.
Yeah.
All right. A little more.
Continuing, this is verse 9. It's like in verse 10. It
Yep.
says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness
Yep.
in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Yep.
And for this cause, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall send them strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie.
Yep. That's
Yep.
2/3, man.
He's gonna send them under strong delusion that they should believe a lie. You know, mental strain, and it works on a daily basis. Because people sitting down and they consuming all this mainstream news,
Social media. Yep.
social media and it's all controlled information, bias controlled information. You know, you can't even get true information unless you got to go to alternative sources.
Shit, you gotta look hard these
You got to
days.
look real, yeah, because they control the algorithm. So people are getting lied to constantly. You know, I look at every time I see a so-called mass shooting, on something happened and it was a mass shooting. The moment I see 6 people dead,
Yep. No.
I pay attention to the numbers. That's how I know there's something significant going on. It's controlled.
Or 9.
Yeah.
Or, you know, 6, 9 upside down.
Or 13.
13.
33.
33.
injured, or, you know.
Yeah, like that one incident a few months back. That Jake that allegedly went to that building in New York. He
Yep.
came from out here,
Yeah.
and they said he got all the way up to the 33rd floor.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, this
With that, walking
that's some
through the
bullshit.
courtyard with a big ass rifle,
Yeah.
got to the 33rd floor.
Yeah.
Nobody stopped him.
And we seeing the footage or whatever, but that could be AI. Can't believe shit. But people are gonna have a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. That's why the Lord was giving that warning when he's talking about how you're gonna have false prophets
Yep.
and false messiahs, and they shall do wonders.
Yep.
That if it be possible, they shall deceive the very elect. That's how high level deception is gonna be out here.
And let a AI, Project Bluebeam hologram of Yahweh Shai come out.
Man.
Jay gonna believe. Hey, we gonna be like, hey. Only way we know it ain't him is if it ain't the
But-
destruction that's supposed to
The
come.
only way was gonna know it's not him is the prophecies.
Yeah.
Because if it come up right now,
Before
we're
the.
gonna be like, come on, man,
before
ain't
the
no
chip.
MOTB, ain't no
Yep.
World War III,
Yep.
you know, but go ahead, you got it.
No. That's the point. You got it.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like Israelite groups that, you know, use the AI to, you know,
Yeah.
to put out a certain image
Yeah.
of our Lord, man. And
Yeah.
that's wicked too, man.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, man. Yeah, even of themselves. You know, that's the primary, you know, try to uplift yourself like you're a god or something.
Yep.
You know? You're supposed to stay humble, man. But they using the same technology Esau used to, you know, try to catch Jake into their congregation.
Same deceptive tactics, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I looked up on ChatGPT. It says, how would artificial intelligence play a role within ancient Idumea?
Now, if I can say about ChatGPT, we know it's a deceptive system, but for the time being, we can use it.
Yeah.
But it's about what our intent of using it. We're using it against itself while it's still filtering through the internet. For the most part,
It's a deceptive device.
right? It eventually will cut off the right answers and have a certain standard or narrative of answers that it'll be given. We'll know the difference because we're only asking it the stuff that we know the answer
Yeah.
to the spirit of
We
anyway.
just wanted to elaborate on what we know.
Exactly.
You know, but we're ultimately just using it as a tool to further what the prophecies speak of, man.
Right.
We were giving it the answers.
And
Essentially, we're asking the questions with the answers within it, and just saying, okay, go through this historical context and give us details about what we're talking about.
Humbly, we're smarter than ChatGPT.
Right.
Right.
You know, because the things that, like you said, like the things we know, we're just asking it to confirm.
Yep.
We know about the history. We know about certain things. You know, we know what the MOTB is. ChatGPT,
Yep.
they tiptoe around it.
Yep. It could possibly be
Right,
this
right.
thing. You know, there's no evidence saying. Yeah, there's plenty of evidence saying.
It's like a tool used to prompt. You know,
Yep.
it's like we
Exactly.
pretty much encouraging Esau's tongue to fall upon himself.
Right.
You know, that's why the scriptures going into your point. Like the scripture says, we use the world as not abusing it. Just like the internet itself. The internet is it's a tool that we use, and especially to forward this ministry. But at the same time, it can get very wicked if you don't know how to balance it out.
We was talking about being a portal last night. Because
you gotta have discernment when using it. Have discernment.
Yeah.
But every day.
I said, how would artificial artificial, as Elder Yashwan would call it, artificial idumia, artificial intelligence play a role within ancient Idumea? And it says it gives ancient Idumea being Edom, right? It says administration and taxation. It says the historical reality is Idumea was often under foreign rule and paid tribute. Clay tablets in Ostraka recorded taxes. Now it says AI could automate record keeping, scanning tablet inscriptions, estimating yields, forecasting harvests, and ensuring fair tribute distribution.
I love the way you asked that question. And this is how you outsmart Google, chat, and all of that. You gotta ask it certain questions and it'll paint a scenario giving you the answer that you're really looking for. Good question. Agreed.
And what was that in the Obadiah? How are the things that Esau sought out?
Oh,
Secret things searched out, but yeah. He's in this time where he has to be revealed before he goes down. That's what's happening. You got it.
Another aspect was trade and logistics, and we understand that market or that avenue is already being AI automated, right? It says the region lay on trade routes from Arabia to the Mediterranean. It says AI systems could optimize caravan routes, predict market prices for copper, frankincense, or grain, and detect fraud in weights and measures.
Detect fraud. Yep. That's what the system is this digital system is going to also, in their eyes, prevent. Where they track everything. You ain't going to be able to cheat on your taxes no more. Ain't going to be no, I work for so-and-so under the table. Everything going to be on record, and that's what they attempted to do in the ancient world. The Romans tried to do with the tablets, that they put everything on a clay tablet, and your tablet was kind of like your ID. But that's what they're going to do with the whole digital system with this.
That's why it's biometric digital ID
right
that they're building into right now.
Yep.
This is one stage closer to the full implemented system of that.
And that's how we know we're in the last times.
Yep.
End times, because they have the technology now to achieve that.
Yep.
Okay. Another aspect speaking on is military defense. So it says Idumea's fortresses guarded trade and borders. Predictive analytics could track enemy movements or optimize fortress placements using terrain data, right? Now I went further to say give me more information on military defense in a micro and macro sense, because we understand that that's going to be a huge tool Esau is going to use in order to corral the people and fight against them in the days that we're coming into now, man, right? So it says on a micro scale, battlefield and tactical level, it says real-time decision support in battle. AI linked to scouts could track troop movements, predict enemy flanking, and recommend repositioning light infantry versus chariot forces. I like how they said chariot too, because ultimately, hey, that war in heaven. But he ain't gonna be able to do nothing against Yahushua and the angels. But nevertheless, hey, the chat brought it up, man. Hey, we know that a lot of major cities, Vegas did it. It's another city. Shit. Was it Pittsburgh? Or another city that brought out basically their police use, or their police forces now having drones incorporated within it.
Yeah, they're doing it in LA.
Yeah.
They're doing it out here.
It's another city.
And I think they're doing it in I want to say, I think Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. One of those cities on the east. But now it's starting to become it's a phenomenon where now all these different local police departments are now adopting that new type of force of putting drones out there over the city to police the cities. So that's what's happening right now.
Did you say Florida?
No.
No, it said,
Florida was one of them.
It said drone technology to assist responders to school shootings is set to be trialed in Florida. So add Florida to that list also.
I think it said Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Continuing. It says surveillance and early warning. It says the historical practice of human lookouts on hills or towers, scan for dust clouds or signals, AI drones or stationary sensors, thermal or vibration, detect enemy movement and send alerts via encoded beacons. The system could calculate direction, speed, and expected arrival time. Same thing that the drones are doing now, right?
They can look through walls. What it says, thermal.
Yep.
They can look through walls and see who's there. So
Heat
you really can't hide. Y'all can just hide in my house. Like, nah.
No.
Technology is
Because
too advanced.
right now, the police knock on the door. He needs you to open the door to know how many people in here, such and such here. You know, they come do those bounty bonds or whatever they do. Now I'm gonna just look through the house and just see that there's 5 people. Who else is here? Nobody, just me.
It just hover before they even had to call the unit out. Like, is anyone home? Send a drone out there to check.
Yep.
You know, no one's home. Okay. Oh, it's 4 people in the house. Okay. You know,
We'll see.
do they have guns? Do they have firearms?
Yep.
They gonna know all this shit. And the nigga really think that they're gonna fight against this
Right.
man in this system in a carnal way.
I don't know if y'all saw, but some nigga online, he was basically clowning in Chicago for not keeping the same energy. He said, we in New Orleans, we different. Read about what happened during Katrina. Well, we sent them running. We sent those troops running. Bullshit, man.
Shit.
You have no idea what, and that was 2005. We in 2025.
Thank you. It's different, bro.
It's way different now.
In Katrina, Esau was hunting Jake ass.
Yeah.
After he broke those levees, man. He was literally going in their boats, and Jake that needed help, he was offing them, man. So y'all wasn't doing nothing, man.
Yep.
Just carrying TVs over the water.
Jake full of shit, man.
Simple. Yeah, but the Lord, he gonna do something dramatic, you know, to wake these, these Jakes up. What's that? Genesis 49? Is that I'm mistaken?
We shall rouse them up.
Exactly. Judah line was a lion's whelp. Who shall wise him up? So the Lord gonna do something to rise you, you Judites up, and the rest of the tribes up to be carnal to this so-called white man. Yeah. But that's only 2/3. They're not talking about the elect. The elect, we just gonna sit back, keep the faith, and watch the prophecies unfold. We're already spiritually roused up. Yep. And that's why we got the spirit on us to do what we're doing. You got it.
Yeah, weapon optimization. It says ancient Idumea used bows, slings, siege engines, required skill. It says AI guided adjustments on tension, angle, and wind compensation for ballista or catapults could make smaller garrisons far deadlier. Meaning he doesn't need as much firepower as far as men.
It's so accurate.
Now he has the use of robots who accuracy is 100%, so to speak. It was that Edomite, it was a video I know I did a lesson on it, I think other brothers did a lesson on it as well, of an Edomite. He was basically on top of it was like a square box, and there was a machine gun on that box, and basically he automated this machine, put in a certain algorithm to where it would, launch at every degree, at every angle, and shoot with pinpoint accuracy, man. And he had balloons as targets, but he is gonna use that for regular people, man.
You got that technology.
Yeah, got it.
C-130 Hercules. You can just put in the different coordinates, and that fucking big ass gun on there just blow the shit up. You got the certain target put in the computer. That's it.
Get Ezekiel 21.
The elders were speaking of how Esau has a technology where they put the chip in the pilot's brain.
Yeah.
And it just moves where they shoot. Yeah. So come on, we're gonna need a higher power to defeat this man. We're the strongest, greatest nation on the planet.
They know that.
Yeah, they know that, but we can't defeat this man at his own game.
Because that's just real quick while he's grabbing that precept, whoever got it, but that's the whole point. He knows we're physically stronger, in so many other physical ways. That's why he has to go to those other levels to combat us, and then he's gonna go over the top with the technology. Yeah, I got it.
It's kind of even.
But I got that.
Easy.
21.
Yep.
Where do I start?
Start at 8.
Okay. Ezekiel 21:8, it says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furthest. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furthest that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Yeah. Question. Should we then make mirth? You know, you in the spirit of still trying to get lit, trying to get the party lit, trying to turn up. Because Esau, he's making plans. You don't see these toys he's rolling out? You don't see how militarized your law enforcement is? You don't see, y'all remember the first purge? Them niggas thought they was holding it down in the hood.
Yeah.
Niggas had all they had they assault rifles, they had their guns or whatever.
They had
thought they
more
was
than
gonna
what
hold
most
they.
niggas had.
Yeah.
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 Why you think that the what was it? You see the picture of the National Guards in Chicago can be fat and out of shape?
Yeah.
Cause they ain't gonna do no fighting. They just gonna put a drone up in the air, put a robot out there.
Yep.
You know. That's why Esau's not tripping on the military numbers are worse down than they ever have been. Oh, don't worry about it. Okay, we just need this amount, and then the rest will use the robot dogs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he, like you saying, he doesn't need human flesh when he has the technology now. You know, it was in Jeremiah where it says that the mighty men have forborne to fight. Your mighty men, they become like women. So a lot of these Americans, they're not even fit for that type of combat. So what do we have? He has the technology. It's gonna do damage.
Yep.
Right. But also, even if, okay, let's say you don't want to, right? But he's incentive. What's that word?
Incentivizing.
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 Incentivizing
Yeah.
people to join his side, because if you join ICE,
Yeah.
you get a bonus, you get debt forgiveness,
Yeah.
you know, and now you're on the winning team,
Right.
you know. So people are actually willing to give up their morals and whatever values they had to be on that team where they're guaranteed a paycheck, they're guaranteed food and protection. You know, that's happened throughout history. People who are normal, regular citizens end up joining the bad side, the bad guys. You know, because they're looking out for their survival.
That quote that you always quote.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you
So
gonna read?
by Benjamin Franklin.
Yep.
They that can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety
Yep.
deserve neither liberty nor safety.
Right. Ben Franklin. And that's an old adage.
Yep.
And I was thinking about when you was talking about it, I was thinking about the movie, it was almost a prophecy in the movie They Live. Because they said it. They said everybody usually just, they come up and all of a sudden they prompt you, and then all of a sudden you join the winning team. And he even said, use the word winning team. Isn't there the old bum dude when he had the suit on? Remember he had the tuxedo on at the end when they was in the main building having that the banquet hall doing the thing. We just defeated the Western Elite Alliance or whatever the shit was, you know, the resistance. And it's just that way. Okay?
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
And for the longest time, it's been famous celebrities, you know, of our people that joined a winning team.
Yep.
But what happens at the end?
Yep.
You know, you lose.
Yep.
That's not going to be any different in the end of days. You know, if those of our people who decide to join this devil and his army, right, they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Because the Lord's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty, and their hands cannot perform their enterprise. This man does not have the power to go toe to toe with the Most High, man. All right, he's going to be reminded that he's flesh. He's flesh. You know? But they're gonna think because this devil have what we're speaking about, and a lot of people fear him, they're gonna think that joining him is joining the winning team.
Their safety.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Can I make this point? Hey, we fear the power of the Heavenly Father and the power that He's given Eve. We fear that so much that this is what we're doing. Because if you're not locked in with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, this man is gonna get you. With everything we're talking about, this truth right here, and this faith is the only belief, the only thing you got to only protection, only hedge of anything that you can escape the destruction that this man is coming with. This is what we're out here, and I just want to put the pieces of the puzzle that we're putting together for you. Yeah, this man's got it all. He's got all the technology, all the surveillance, all the weaponry. He got all this. He got it. But the Most High is the Most High.
Right.
Yep.
And He said that He would give it to him,
Yep.
and He would allow us, those that were, you got it?
I got a precept.
No, you got it.
Got in this 2 Maccabees 9,
Yep.
and I'll start here at verse 11. Well, it's like at 10, because it's speaking about Antiochus Epiphanes. But
No. I was thinking another one.
it's like, yeah, it's like this 2 Maccabees 9, and it's speaking about Antiochus, right? This is verse 10, and it reads, "And the man that thought a little afore he could reach to the stars of heaven,
Yep.
no man could endure to carry his intolerable sting." Right? So due to his pride, and him, ruling in that Grecian empire, him having armies, him having wealth, he thought of himself as a god upon the earth, man.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why it says, "And the man that thought a little afore he could reach to the stars of heaven, no man could endure to carry his intolerable sting." Ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai plagued him to the point where he gave him gangrene and rotted his insides from out, man. He literally had worms, exiting and entering his body.
Broken without hands.
Yeah,
Smelled horrible.
exactly. It says here, therefore.
That's why he's trying to convert the Israelites into a wicked ass religion under his consent. That's where he fucking primarily went off. That's why he got that stinky ass disease.
I'll go up and read that. This 2 Maccabees 9:4. "Then swelling with anger, he thought to avenge upon the Jews the disgrace done unto him by those that made him flee." Speaking of speaking of Judas Maccabees, man, in the army that he fought against. It says, "Therefore commanded he his chariotmen to drive without ceasing, and to dispatch the journey, the judgment of the Most High now following him, for he had spoken proudly in this sort, that he would come to Jerusalem and make it a common burying place of the Jews." Yeah. He basically say, "Own their heads, man. Now I gotta take their souls." Ultimately that's what he thought, right? So going back to 11, it says, "Here therefore being plagued, he began to leave off his great pride, and to come to the knowledge of himself by the scourge of the Most High Yahweh, his pain increasing every moment. And when he himself could not abide his own smell, he said these words, 'It is meet to be subject unto the Most High Yahweh, and that a man that is mortal should not proudly think of himself if he were a god.'"
See that? That's Psalm 9 and 20. Let the nations fear you, that they know that they're just men. Esau, he's going to be reminded that you're just you're a fucking you're a cave beast. You're meant to be in subjection. You're really not meant to rule. But the Lord is just using you as an example.
And the scriptures also tell you how man's loins are of the Most High. And it's another precept that speaks about how the Most High, he seals your instructions in your sleep, so that he may withdraw pride from it.
It made me think about Daniel in the 4th chapter when it says, how's it go?
It's decreed by the watchers.
It's decreed by the watchers that to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and set at the basis of men.
Set up over it whom he will, even the basis of men.
Yeah.
Yep, whom he will. And then tied into all of those, you can extrapolate that. Hey, he sets everybody up to do what he gonna have them to do.
Right.
And when their purpose is fulfilled,
He's done with it.
He's done with it. Next, now who I got set up?
Yeah, the elites ain't gonna acknowledge. They ain't gonna acknowledge the power over them until we slap chains on them. Until they'll get them out them bunkers, man. When they go into slavery, you know, it's like Antiochus acknowledged, you know, he ain't the only power. You know, there's a power higher than him. Hey, when he was catching hell. So when the elites catch hell, that's when they slap the chains on. That's when they're gonna lie. Okay, you're open.
As of right now, they've been trying to erase the memory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You know, attacking his people biologically and spiritually, mentally, physically.
Right.
But you know,
we're the rod of his inheritance. So if he's trying to get rid of his people, the Lord's chosen, then you're trying to get rid of the Lord's monument.
Zion.
Because we're his heritage, man. He's our possessor.
We're supposed to be in our rightful state, which that process is still in process of making us that glorious monument. That when people see us, they see they have instantly the fear of the Most High. They understand that there's a higher power on sight. It's more what's the word? More not sincere, more strict. For lack of a better word, I can't think of the word I wanted, but it works better than having fringes in the border of blue.
Like more effective.
More effective, right? And it's for all the people to understand that there's a right way to live out here, and we're a living example of that. Okay, and this is why we're trying to persuade men with the terror of the Lord, showing you that this is what this man is doing, because the Heavenly Father wants him to do this, so he could test you and then learn to trust that he put the Spirit in you.
See, what the Lord's people, we know him through his wisdom. We know him through his we know him through his mercy. We know him through his judgments. These other nations, they only know the Lord through his terrible fear, his terrible judgments that he executes. Like Egypt, when he plagued Egypt, that was when that's how they knew our God, our Heavenly Father.
That's how the reputation of the Most High grew globally. You know, of the known world during that time. Because when Joshua sent the 2 spies, they said, we heard of what your God, your power, did to the Egyptians. So if they heard it in the land of Canaan, how much more the rest of the heathens in various different places of the known world?
That's what made Rahab the harlot. It's what made her pretty much like she understood who she was encountering. And because of that fear, she submitted. And she had that confidence, like, you know what, I already know who y'all are. I already know your God. He is to be feared. He is. You know, so hey, y'all, go ahead. Just hey, have a spot for me, when y'all set it all up.
Because the Egyptians in that time was how Esau is now. They were like, no one fucked with the Egyptians. You know, they had these great pyramids, this great civilization, this great Magi's, and a massive army. So it's like, man, we pay tribute to them. But when they were taken down so easily like that, and how it happened, it went viral, put it like that, during those times.
Without the internet.
And people was like, shit, what you need? The Israelites?
Some people were still hard-headed too.
Esau.
But they were meant to set up to be destroyed. You guys know?
I got 2 actually. That's what we trying to remind our people. That's what the Lord is trying to remind his people through the prophets, man. That all you got to do is just be obedient, and everything else gonna be taken care of, man. I got real quick. I got Isaiah 51, starting at verse 12. I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the son of man which shall be made as grass? Going into the point that everybody is making, man. That yes, don't make no mistake about it. This man does have some power, man. He does you know, he has a certain position in the earth right now to where he's able to destroy. That's what he was set up to do. But at the same time, the scriptures tell you that, you know, even though this man, he beareth not the sword in vain, it says if you know, pretty much, just to paraphrase it, if your works be pleasing unto the Most High, you ain't got nothing to be worried about. But if you do evil, then be afraid.
Yep. To go with what you said real quick, another piece that came to mind was from the Lord alone belong the issues from death. So even this man's power to put people to death, and that's in his spirit, he can't do it without the Lord giving it to him. Because he would, with Job, he would have took Job out if he could have, if that wasn't in the rules.
Oh yeah.
Of that experiment. Right? They're trying to be fake.
But Job is a great example to the man in his truth of losing everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he had riches like we couldn't even think of.
Yep.
You know, and he lost it all.
Yep.
You know, he caught hell at the beginning and he was feeling some type of way, but he went through the fire.
Yep.
You know, and that's what they elect. That's what, you know, we want. We want to make it to the, you know, in them chariots. That's what we're gonna have to do.
We want you to get it right back, and that's what we're imploring you to walk through this fire, man. Walk through this fire of adversity, so you don't have to go through separating from yourself and all your flesh. So you don't have to go through the fire, the physical fire, the punishment in a later time. You got it, brother.
If you not ready to walk through that fire, don't fucking come around, man. At the end of the day, because that's what this is about. You know, counting the cost, understanding what you're a part of. That in order to get to that great kingdom, we got to go through the fire. The basis of, like you mentioned, Job, the basis of Job's story is faith. Just like it's a pleasing thing unto the Most High to have faith, what's the opposite? If you're faithless, if you don't believe, then the Lord ain't gonna deal with you.
Lukewarm and ice cold, right?
What's that scripture in Second Ezra, I believe it's
7.
where that there's only one man can answer.
I got it. 7. But you this brother still reading, right?
Yeah, you can get it.
This is 2nd Ezra 7, and
5, 6.
I'll start at 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
That's talking about the kingdom, and basically that place where you could fall on one side or the other. It's talking about this fucking place right here, America. There's so many things out here that could pluck you out of the truth, man.
Yeah,
There's so many
type
things.
of distractions and stumbling blocks, things that can, you know, sway you away from this truth. You got the cares of this life, you know, all this, the riches of this world, lust of the flesh.
Not wanting to be in adversity, wanting to just eat only good vibes.
That's Jake, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they was, man, hoping for a rapture.
Tribulation.
Hoping for a rapture so they wouldn't have to go through the straight gate. Hoping that, you know, we didn't, what them niggas say, we didn't went through enough already.
Yep.
Going through slavery, the slavery was a punishment, okay? Slavery was, we were disobedient. We needed it, as harsh as it was, you know, we needed that harsh punishment. But this time, Jacob's trouble is about us going through that fire and ultimately making us white, making us clean, making us worthy to be in the presence of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
That's why this position that we have, man, for us to be able to understand what we understand, it's a blessing, man. Because it's like the scriptures say, it's through the mercies of the Most High that we are not consumed. You know, through this walk, man, you can be pulled away from adversity, you know, shit just happening, and you can get offended or disgruntled by that, and you can also be pulled away through lust. So it's all kind of shit that we fight, man, and it's the Lord putting the spirit on us to endure through everything, because the average person is just not gonna make it.
And also, it says that only one man can enter at a time. Hey, eventually, every single one of us you're gonna have to work out your own salvation, man.
Fear and trembling.
Fear and trembling, man. Because we're not always gonna be able to assemble and come together and admonish and you know, pretty much correct and encourage each other. No, it's the time is coming where we're pretty much we're gonna be on our own. It's you and Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the angels. You know?
Real talk. You on your you really pretty much on your own right now. We in this truth by ourselves. Our women are with us, but they don't see like we see. So you really in this by yourself. You know, it's you know, and it's a good thing. You know, because you got to, like the brother said, you got to work out your own salvation. Because someone could be with you for a while and then they just, you know, they ain't feeling it no more or whatever their excuse is. You still got to keep pushing. You still got to keep going.
How many times we heard Apostle Tahar say, hey, it was a good dude, man, good brother. But when he was just speaking about it, he ain't around. He gone.
Right, and Apostle Kabar, he always says, hey man, it's okay to be alone.
Yeah.
It's okay to be by yourself.
It's empowering.
You know?
Look at it the right way.
To not need somebody there with you all the time. You know? We gotta get used to being alone. Okay?
Being alone helps to build you up anyway. It helps you get closer to the Lord. Because when you're alone, you should be building up your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Hey, when we in that solitary space, we're praying, we're watching videos, we're reading, you know, all the things that benefit, hey, kind of meditating upon prophecy, upon scriptures, hey, rebuking yourself, you know, we're doing all those things, hey, because these are the tools that the Lord gave us in order to be built up, hey, for the times that we're coming into, man. When you got your woman around you, hey, it just becomes a distraction, ultimately. You know?
Like, nobody else is in the spirit unless we're together here. Or we're at the live. Or we anytime we're together, we feel like home.
The spiritual talk.
You know?
Yeah, that's right.
But me being with my woman or anybody else, I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, there's nothing to talk about, bro.
Yeah.
Say it again, bro.
Say it
again, bro. That's so real.
You can't talk to them about this. They're not gonna understand.
Nope.
That's the hardest thing. That's one of the hardest things ever about this truth. But that's the part you gotta master. You're gonna have to master knowing that you don't have no one to share this with. But who should you be sharing it with? Not even with one another, because we all kind of know it. We're all going through it, which we are that for that. But you're supposed to be sharing that through your prayers with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. To build you up to be able to endure these things, okay? And then knowing that the physical part of this is coming, man. Okay, I might have to wrestle this motherfucker to death. He pulled a gun on me. I wrestled it from him. Now I gotta have the mind to be like, no breaks. If I let him up, he gonna get up and try to finish me. You know, so I can't let him get up. But I don't have time to trifle with him, sitting around waiting on somebody else to take care of it. I gotta finish him off. Knowing that them days are coming, man. That when they say invading one another for the lack of bread, that somebody may come in your house to try to take your food from your children, man. Take your children for food. Let's go all the way to the extreme.
Yeah.
Okay? So these are things that we can't, hey man, guess what, man? Feed the baby good, you know, because we can't go talk about it and then lead into a conversation about this. We can't go into that, about cannibalism, our children being out there trying to, you know, the kids wanting to play, but we can't talk about that. But we gotta understand it though, okay? And prepare ourselves to be able to deal with that. And it ain't by doing martial arts and combat. It's about praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushai that He keep the spirit on you to be able to endure and deal with these things.
I got a quick script on dealing with being alone. It's Psalm 69 and verse 7. It says, "For I endure insults for your sake. Humiliation is written all over my face. Even my own brothers pretend they don't know me. They treat me like a stranger."
Yeah.
Meaning, being in this truth, even your own family, you're gonna be ostracized for the most part.
Yeah.
So if your foes is they of your own household, how much more alone are you gonna be?
Yeah.
All we have is just pretty much the brotherhood. And when you're away from the brothers, the brotherhood, you're really on your own.
You're alone.
So it's basically you walking with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, just as Enoch did, just as Noah did. It's basically you in intimacy with Yahweh Shem Shai. Because you're not gonna have that same intimacy with anybody else. Because the Lord chose us out of this world. So it's gonna feel like you're on your own. Who you gonna, you know, who you gonna counsel with?
Yeah.
These niggas out here and these false leaders.
This nigga smoking a blunt.
Yeah.
Drinking a King Cobra.
Yeah, who you gonna
talk
trust?
to him? We're gonna break this down and orate it to him to comfort yourself. He gonna get it.
That's why I like when the apostle was like, you mentioned the apostle, he did that lesson about being alone. Bro, I concur 100% because, you know, especially now, it's what else you gonna do? Who else you gonna hang around? You know, it's so much evil energy. It's like that's the best thing to do is be by yourself and have that solitude and be able to build yourself up spiritually, man. Because it's so much corruption, there's so much negative energy out here. Separate yourself, especially now.
I got another one too. This is Job 19:13, and it says, "He have put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintance are verily estranged from me. My kinfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in mine house, and my maids count me for a stranger. I am an alien in their sight." Yeah. Yeah, man. Get used to that. Get used to it. Now it's time for you to walk with the power, man.
Walk with faith.
Walk with faith. You know, that's what it boils down to. And a soldier's mindset is a soldier, even though he has backup, he has, you know, other men, but you're gonna a warrior is always in the mindset of, if I got to be on my own, I'm still gonna survive. He's gonna have survival skills, survival tactics, so that if he have to be on his own, he know what he have to do and he knows what he's up against.
He stays calm.
Calm.
You know, when he's being tested.
Yeah.
You know, it's always trying to remain calm when you're in a stressful situation. It's probably one of the best things you can do. You know, because you're able to actually make good choices in that moment.
Having that spirit of discernment. Because a lot of this shit that we stress about and worry about in this world ain't even that serious. You know, once this shit passes, you be like, damn, why was I tripping? You know, a lot of nothing really matters in this world except this truth, except salvation. It shouldn't. You know, you got kids and you got your woman and all this other stuff. Yeah, you hope that they all be all right, but at the end of the day, man, this is the most important thing.
Well,
what you say?
Now I was gonna quote what Peter said. Where else will we go? You have the keys to eternal life. What else is there besides what being with you? The same thing Apostle quoted about Paul. Apostle Tahar quoted Paul, or Monica Barber quoted Paul. He was like, he was torn between being with the stand down needful for the ministry to still finish the work with the ministry, but staying with the Father. And Yahweh
He wanted to be in the spirit, in the spirit world.
So he was catching
better off.
He was catching hell, but he know he had a duty. He had a job to finish. The same way with us. You know, we know we got a job to finish. We still gotta, you know, still gotta put this work in.
Yeah, it's ultimately through the straight gate, which the straight gate is basically the difficulty of having to walk that tight rope, following after Yahweh Shai's example, knowing that there's going to be affliction, there's going to be tribulation, all right? There's going to be hardship. Just imagine, you know, you just trying to follow one path. You only got one track mind, and you're not going to let nothing take you from that path. You're going the direct path that the Lord wants you to follow Him. Don't be surprised if you turn around, you turn this way or that way, and there's nobody behind you. It's just you.
Yeah.
Because you followed a long, difficult pathway that most people wouldn't take. Because people want to take shortcuts and easy routes. They want everything to be easy and comfortable. They're not going to be there when you turn around. So it's best to just keep your eyes single. You know?
Right, it's like walking a tightrope, man. Which is very difficult.
Yeah.
But imagine knowing that if you fall, there's some fucking crocodiles down there, man, ready to devour your ass. You're gonna focus.
Yeah.
You're gonna focus. Keep your eye. Hey, you know, you're gonna try to get across, man.
You fall.
Try your best.
You fall. That's the equivalent of falling out. So you fall out of this. You fall this way or fall this way. You basically crucify Yahushua fresh. You took your hand off the plow. You know.
Your food, man.
Because you were swayed one way or the other. Ain't nothing. A true man of the Lord, a true and sincere brother, is not going to be swayed or compromised by anything in this world whatsoever.
How he may please Yahushua.
Right now
we're a good soldier.
We're getting past these easier levels, you know. It's like it's that video game. We're getting past the easier levels. Okay, but it's only gonna get harder.
Yep.
You know, the difficulty is only gonna increase.
Like going back to what we was mentioning before about how this man is gonna he's gonna make sure that he's gonna ostracize and cut off everybody that's not coming up under his basically his image, his infrastructure. When he ostracized and pretty much denounce us and cut us off from society because we refuse to give our soul and give our body over to him, it's gonna be that much more harder to maintain. Because it's easier said than done. Right now, we're used to internet. We got internet providers. We got smartphones. We got food in our refrigerators and freezers.
We got roofs over
We got
our heads.
ACs in where we live. We sleep in a comfortable bed. You got all these things, man. But just imagine when all that gets cut off now because you're not about to take his seat.
Yep.
You're not about to get his you know, all this digital shit he's trying to do.
Yeah. It's gonna get enticing because eventually we're all gonna have to have some form of digital ID, but it's when do you draw the line and when do you know to draw the line? A lot of these people is not gonna know. Okay, now I draw the line, and drawing the line is not like just turning on a switch.
Right.
They go, okay, yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. No, I don't want the MOTB. Like, nah, this devil gonna tie any and everything that you love to his mark.
Yep.
Like, oh, I love him. I love this house. I just got this new house. I just got this new job. I got this car.
Well,
hey,
you need this many amount of social
Yeah.
credits.
yeah.
Scan your chip.
Hell no. That's
Oh, he only worth this? Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
you could get a pod for that, but you can't get a house.
Hey, like the commercials, the Palantir commercial.
Yeah.
You wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, you down 500 points.
Yeah.
Like what? I just woke up.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I ain't do nothing. Hey, you didn't pay your taxes. Well, the nigga say your license is revoked.
Yep. The doctor.
The doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell, that's some bullshit. I paid that.
Yeah.
Ain't no compromise.
It's gonna get real difficult, man.
And the thing about it is, people, the prophets, the seers, we see the end. Like, oh shit, we at the end. Yeah, fuck this shit. You know, we like that now. But these people don't see an end. They thinking like, well, I got to do this if I want to.
Next step to
It's the
life.
next step. You know, I just want to live my life and retire and.
Kids gotta go to
Say,
college.
the prudent man forsakes the evil
Yeah,
and hideth
yeah.
himself.
God.
We hiding ourselves in the wisdom of the Lord, man. I got a quick one. Ephesians 6 and verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand.
I'm gonna have you read that again. I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna have you read that after I read a precept. And that goes back to the solo thing about being alone. You can't put your whole family in that armor, man. You gotta get in there alone, in no rooms. You gotta get in there and take care of business in that armor. Okay? And by you taking care of what you take care of, they're protected through that armor. Okay, because you have the wisdom to know how to, okay, let me make sure this, let me make sure that, so on and so forth. Okay? Let me read this, then I'm gonna have you read it again.
Go ahead.
Yeah. 2 Timothy chapter 2. I'm gonna start up at verse 2. Yeah, it says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So there's a criteria who you're able to talk to this with. men that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Basically, they already have something on their spirit. You're just filling in and edifying them to where they can get to a certain level. That still don't mean you get to talk to them.
Educate.
Yep.
Which educate from the Latin educare, which means to draw from within, or to draw out.
Yep.
You know, we just out here stirring up their minds by way of remembrance through the word.
Right. Because we're only fishing for those that like this bait.
Exactly.
That can accept the bait.
Yeah.
The bait is the fear of the Lord, and then the wanting, the desire. What did it say? The desire, the discipline of righteousness, of wisdom. Yep.
Yeah, and if you on the sidelines, you one of them dudes that just be watching the videos, and you like to make comments about where brothers is teaching at, or you know, you always have them sideline spectator as Israelites.
Shalom.
They're telling you how it's supposed to be done, but they not out there doing it. Man, just shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. If you're not out here doing this, if you ain't got your own ministry, you're not out here doing what the Lord required, you ain't got nothing to say, man.
That's simple.
You ain't got nothing to say, man.
No videos, no nothing.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
I'm starting to see a lot of that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Too many fucking fruitless channels with motherfuckers giving their opinion.
Everybody want to come in and be like,
they write your whole paragraph.
You build it like this, and then you cut there, and then you, motherfucker, where your tools at?
Right.
Trying to teach us how to fish.
Show us. Yeah, where your fishing pole at? Yeah, show us.
Yeah.
Go pull out all them fish that you claiming that you know how to do. Show us. We'll show you how hard this is, man.
Yeah. Or to be the niggas that repost a bunch of just bugged out shit.
Yep.
You know, they'll comment and say something.
Go to their video, they don't got nothing.
And
Playlists,
yeah.
bullshit.
yeah.
You're not gonna get into the kingdom off of leaving YouTube comments.
And likes.
You know,
Trying to
that's
change
not
what
how
you
you gonna
think.
get in there, man.
Yeah.
You gotta put in the work.
But before the work, you gotta be built
Yeah.
up and ordained by the Spirit to
Yep.
be able to do this work.
A lot of these people, they know something. They know too much to be a help. You know, a lot of them, they like, oh, but they don't want to show forth their faith by coming out or learning, or because a lot of them reach a certain level and then they just plateau off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, that's enough. Like, I remember of the IUIC, I don't like to bring them up, but they just reach a certain level and that's it.
They just know enough to listen to Nate.
They got the precept pack.
Just flesh.
I got more on this. It says 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. And the Apostle Gabar always goes to that word soldier. The root word is solo. You got to be solo. And you think about the life of Yahushua, and I was thinking of, the Matrix came to mind, so many other things, particularly the third Matrix, that was the second one, where they went back to Zion, and he got out the elevator, and everybody standing there in a line. Only the one little kid was running up, Neil, how can I help you? He was the only one that wanted to help somebody, to help them. Everybody else wanted something. So can you deal with that? Being the person that have built yourself up to through the Spirit, of course, you were built up to such a level that you can now help others. That's what we do here. We're trying to build ourselves up that we can help lighten the burden of other men, whether through wisdom, physicality, whatever it takes. Okay? That's how this is supposed to work. The other side of this is everybody, when this major crop of fruit come in, the mixed multitude.
The 11th hour, or what do you call it?
That last crop of the elect come in. Imagine you that's in here now, what you're gonna have to do. You don't want to be one of them that's have to come around and find somebody and ask what's going on, or endure things. Yeah, we all. I ain't going down there. They got guillotines over there. I ain't going down there. They got the troops down. That you had to understand. If they don't know, they just running with the chicken with the head cut off. But the Spirit is on them to run into the man of the Lord. But imagine what them people gonna have to endure. Possibly being beheaded or whatever else before they get to it. So when the solo time is now, that you stay solo, that you can always revert back and be calm within yourself, that you can be quiet enough to hear the Spirit and be guided by it. So when there's chaos, you still have that quietness within yourself to be able to do it, to hear it.
So like that also goes into the point of not trying to just play the background, man, and try to ride off another brother, because like you going into your same point, man. When the time comes when you alone, are you gonna be able to endure? You know, obviously it's up to the Lord if we endure or not, but are you gonna be able to apply everything? Are you actually gonna be able to apply? It's you can know whatever you know. You can know precepts. You can know, you can quote them, whatever. But at some point, we're all gonna have to apply.
Yeah, no, you got to be able to. All this training, basically, we're right here. We're training, rehearsing, because eventually the war is going to be real. The war is going to be in our face. So all this training, all this rehearsing that we're doing, it has to kick in at that very moment. You know, it has to be in us to know, okay, you know what? Now the scripture says this. You know, the scripture says that. Boom, you make right there. You're making the right choice because the Spirit is with you. You gather enough oil for it to last you till the Lord comes, man. You know, because we don't want to run out of steam. We don't want to run out of oil halfway through the battle.